It's like
it
a
just a
clot.
bad
It's a
bruise?
big bubble in the clot, a blood clot, and
So
it's like
you really you could have lost your leg?
yeah, yep, yeah.
That's crazy,
I'm
dog.
telling you, it was one of the craziest things I ever saw. Like when I say my thigh like went like 3 times as big, it's because that
Did you
blood
take a
was just
picture?
stuck.
Or it wasn't picture phones wasn't
No,
even around at that point.
it wasn't like that. Yeah, it wasn't like that type of
Yeah.
situation. This was a while ago. Um, but yeah, because the blood it stopped. It's like stuck in that thigh area. So you need to release it. You need to release the fluid.
That's
So they would have to
crazy.
come in there and open it up so the fluid can kind of not be stuck in that one spot. And you could lose a leg because of infection or something like that.
So they
Yeah.
drained your thigh.
No, they didn't have to. Thank God. So
Oh, okay.
when she came back within that hour, it started going down.
Okay.
And so yeah, and I was cool after that. But I was like
That's
nervous.
crazy, dog.
Yep.
I can't even imagine that. Yeah,
And
I've
then
been
ever since
blessed
then, I
not
was like,
to.
I'm done. I'm gonna go on to this. I'm gonna be the stripes, the zebra stripes, and it's been ever
Yeah,
since then.
I've been blessed not to have to handle or deal with any of that um type stuff. Like I said, just the
Hmm.
shoulder, little nick, and he just said it. He was just like he just said. I remember he telling me he was just like um the doctor because I think I went to like the doctor that does some of the Eagles or the Eagles doctor, and he was just like, yeah, he's just like, you played ball, man. You probably even know you even had a torn labrum. You just thought it was like a
Hmm.
bruise or something, got over it, and then you just slowly got back. And that's really what it's really what I did at this point. Like even now, you know what I mean? Like I don't even, you know what I mean? Like I don't go heavy because I really don't know reason to heavy lift anymore for me. But
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like I just go about it like it's normal. And he said he said some people don't get surgery. You know what I mean? The shoulder surgery is tricky, you know.
Hmm.
I actually, I mean, I had major surgery on my knee, but other than that, and I didn't even, it wasn't even like a hit. Like I did it to myself doing like a drill. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Felt like Forrest Gump. Something shot up and bit me.
Yep.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's how it be.
I was
And
like,
that was with
damn.
the thigh. It was like it was what they called what mine ended up being was a contusion, but it was a hematoma that was growing, and that's
That's
why my
crazy.
leg blew up because it was the hematoma.
Yeah.
So
Well,
which is
I'm glad you said that because you know what else is growing
what?
and blowing up? Pause. Is this goddamn show?
Let's go.
Money Pot Nights is ready, locked, and loaded. We got a ton of great stories to talk about. Really fun stuff, really funny stuff too, as well. So get your popcorn, get your drinks. Let's go.
I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over. Took my home.
Just one parlay away, one parlay away.
I love it.
Took the Chiefs on the over. That's all I say. Took the Chiefs on the over. Oh man. Welcome everybody back for another fun and great episode on the late night talk show. This is Money Pot Nights. I'm the host. I'm the CEO. They call me Moss Money. I got my guy with me. Be humble. We were talking about some stuff early on. You know how we do when we open up the show. We kind of give you a behind the scenes of stuff that we talking about as we gearing up. But today, we got a really fun show today. A lot of good topics to talk about, a lot of sports and stuff in sports and stuff outside of sports that we want to talk about. And then I think one of the things we got something wrong. Rare, rare that we got something wrong, but we definitely got something wrong, especially in our hometown of Philadelphia. We got something wrong. And we'll talk about that later in the show. So make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that follow, hit that like button, all that good stuff to make the algorithm go nuts. And we're going to be moving on. I mean, I think we're going to be adding on to Twitch something called Kick. I think we're going to be starting to kind of branch and brand out. So let's get the show going. with, I think, which is the biggest topic going around in social media. This is outside of sports. This motherfucker is so fucking funny. Druski and his mega church skit. Now,
funny.
the question is, has the skit gone too far? Now, I actually think this is a skit of a skit, now that I looked at it before. At first, I said it was been backlash. And I think there was some backlash of pastors and stuff coming out. But then the people who mess with Druski like that start posting pictures of actual churches and people actually hanging from the top from churches, people and pastors with real Rolls Royces, like really like him. Like he got his material from y'all. He didn't come out of nowhere. He got the material from y'all. But let's get an excerpt, a little piece of the skit. I think one of the funniest parts of the skit that everybody's kind of talking about. Let's add it and watch it to the show. And then I'm going to show you the actual, I want to say some hate on Genji Druski, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think.
Why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first. And I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise. So we are raising funds for a project in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are trying to get our congregation over in Africa. Amen. We wanted to raise $4 million for that. Amen. Yes. Hallelujah. That needs to appear today. We are not letting anyone leave until we reach our goal. Amen. Hallelujah. Life savings here. Give him some praise for that. Give it his life.
Oh man, this boy is funny, man. Probably skit of the year right there. Honestly, in all fairness, I really feel that skit did so well that I really feel it could be its own character in a movie somewhere. Like he could just run with it, and I hope he does. But obviously, the most talked about thing on the internet right now. Here's the response though that I saw. You tell me, bro. Excuse me. You tell me, bro. Fake or real?
Downplay church, and I ain't going for it in Jesus' name. Everything we got in here is because of God, blessings, y'all donations, and my donations. It's all for the church. Amen. Praise the Lord. And I'm going to say it again. Fuck that fat bitch.
Oh. Ain't no way.
No way?
Is that a robot with a bunch of Chick-fil-A food? What's going on here?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I hope
there's
that's
a lot going
real.
on there.
I hope that's
not
not
real.
real. I hope no man of God is talking to his congregation like that. That's crazy.
Right there with the Gucci scarf on too.
The Gucci. That's not a scarf. It ain't something else. That's a what do they call it?
What do they call it? Shawl or something?
Yeah,
whatever they call what they wear.
That's wild. That's almost blasphemous, isn't it? Right there in itself. That's what the skit's about, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't peeped the robot. I haven't really seen. I
Is
just
that
couldn't understand the
is that
McDonald's and the Chick-fil-A. It's got to be a skit.
In the back? That's diamond. A diamond plated crucifix in the background, or is that lit up? What is that? That diamonds?
Yeah, it's got to be a skit.
It got to be a skit.
Got to be a skit.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? So
that's funny. But no, Druski, man. Druski is a hilarious young man. Man, got sky's the limit for him. But he is funny. That is a funny skit. And then when he had the Rolls Royce,
it is a hilarious skit.
If he did his ties to pray for his wife, he said, "Did you pay your ties today?" He said, "No." He said, "Get off my car."
No, it is funny and perfect timing. You know, when the internet needed something, the internet definitely gave back. So really funny, really funny.
Keep it going.
Yeah, shout out to Druski. All right, so I think the next big story that we got going on out in the sports today. Let me see. We got a lot of spam in this thing, man. A lot of spam in this thing. Well, but this is funny because even though he said it politically correct about what he's trying to do, we all know what he's trying to do. he don't want to go to the Jets. It's really what it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
With the Jets having the number 2 pick and Mendoza probably going number 1, Dante Moore avoiding the New York Jets, in my opinion, in the draft. He just recently came out and said that he was going back and has decided to return to school. The decision is expected to have significant ramifications in the draft. I obviously, and he kind of said that he wants to chase a national championship. Let me ask you, bro. Is this cap?
What is
this? Is this cap or is this for real? What do you think? And Dante Moore, because I think I saw something that Cam said that I thought was really interesting, because he was comparing so many people instead of chasing the real game and perfecting your craft. These cats out here chasing the bag. You know what I mean? You jumping back and forth, but that bag is just pennies compared to the generational money you can make in the league. Dante Moore, and just hear me out on what I'm saying. I feel like he's taking a big chance here, because he's guaranteed probably what, 50, 60 million being a second overall pick as a quarterback for the New York Jets. Maybe possibly all guaranteed the way some of these contracts are being signed and being done, versus getting a chance to go back, possibly get hurt, and probably whatever they pay him, $1.52 million or whatever it is. What you think first, is it cap or not? And then actual break it down of what he's actually doing versus what he could be doing if he decided to actually forego his year and go to the draft.
Listen, I think two things can be true.
Okay.
Bottom line. I think he wants to go for a championship, and I think he doesn't want to be a Jet. You're getting paid close to $2-something million right now. Who knows what it's going to be for him to come back? It might go up to $5 million by the time he gets there and signed next season. He's in Oregon. The kid is a good kid. Like when I hear him or heard him after the game, he talked really, really highly of the opposing quarterback in Mendoza. He kind of talks about how he's learned. It's a quarterback room, and we all can learn from each other. So it seems like he's highly intelligent and looking to get better. But damn, you know what I mean? He had to make a business decision. You know, I'd rather be in a place where potentially I can be the number 1 pick maybe next year, or you know, in a better situation where I can grow. And you don't believe that anybody can grow as a quarterback in New York Giants. That's more shameful for the Giants. But I think two things are true. I think, yes, you don't want to be a Jet, and yes, he does want to go for a national championship next year. And he's also getting paid.
Are they going to be good next year?
Oregon?
I mean, Oregon, it's one of those teams that always load up.
They're always.
Like, you think anybody's going to change their mind? I mean, I think the tight end's gone. I forget the tight end's name.
He's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast, though.
He's his favorite. I mean, but they're going to reload. It's a great coach. It's a great coaching system. I think it'll be all right. I think they'll be in contention. You know what I mean? They'll be highly ranked going in. Either way, he's getting paid and he has an opportunity. So it's not like he's missing out, you know, at this moment. And I think the money's going to come anyway. He might be number 1 draft pick next year if he plays this, you know, even better than what he's played this year.
Who just recently did that? Didn't somebody recently go back and it kind of messed them up and they actually fell?
Who went back and fell?
I thought somebody could have been a first-round pick or had high draft pick, and he went back maybe for his senior year, and it's not going to work out. Who was it? I forget who it was. Was it Leonard? I feel like it was Leonard.
Probably Leonard. No, not coming out of Duke. No, he went to Duke and went to Ohio State. He was straight.
Yeah.
It wasn't Riley Leonard. But I think Dante Moore, I mean, I think he's fine. You know, I think the only thing you got to worry about is injury, right? You do risk injury, but you can get an insurance plan on that. I think it's a good business decision with Dante Moore.
Yeah, you just wonder when is it going to be like, you know, that following year? Do you go to a worse situation? Because it ain't like New York, you know, it ain't like the Jets is a bad market. I mean, they're a bad team, and you don't want to go to a bad team. You want to go to probably a better situation. But, I mean, in all honesty, you know, what situation is really going to be good in a year? I mean, anything can happen, obviously. But, I mean, if we look at the NFL right now, I mean, who needs a quarterback? Miami, maybe. No, Miami for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets. Daniel V just said the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, yep.
The Cardinals need one. I guess the Colts, possibly. You don't know what Daniel Jones is really just yet.
Let's all sound better than the Jets.
Do they really?
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I'm gonna be in a shitty place, I might as well be in Miami, right? What we talking about? Or Arizona. Like, what we like? If I'm gonna be, I ain't gonna be out in the cold up in New York.
Maybe Minnesota, I guess, is one.
Well, yeah, that's if they're gonna go off of JJ, right? They gotta give JJ another opportunity.
But I'm just saying, like, the New York market's better than any of those markets, maybe outside of Miami.
But then too, right? You're gonna have a new coaching situation in Miami. So depending on what that situation is, obviously new coaching situation at the Raiders. We already know we're gonna get at the Jets, right? Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. We don't know what coach is gonna do there with the New York Jets. And Minnesota, you know where they're gonna be at, right? Like if they need a new quarterback, they got a good coaching situation there too. So.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah,
I don't mind it. Hey, listen, kids can stay in school. Stay in school.
Yeah.
Don't rush
getting
it.
Paid to, right?
Right. Don't rush it.
Getting paid to.
For you to go to a place where you're going to be the guy that got to really kind of make do of something that you may not have any.
Yeah. Yeah. Big facts. All right. Man, staying with college football. Who had this national championship? Maybe one side, probably most. I don't know if they had Miami.
They didn't have Indiana either. Indiana
you
was
don't
like
think so?
Indiana was like ranked 20th preseason. What do you mean? If somebody had these two.
Well, I meant later on in the year, like when we
okay.
was all,
you meant.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of we know. We kind of knew what was going on. But this is the national championship coming on. I believe it's Monday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Monday's the national championship. And Hoosiers are favored by a whopping 8.5. It's to open up, I think, at like 6.5, 7. Been betting up since. They have steamrolled everybody they have faced. Does Miami have a shot here? Or is this over? Is this over? I mean, I want it to be over because I have a future bet on Indiana. Remember, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, where I thought Indiana was kind of like weirdly. They were still behind Ohio State in odds, and I'm just like, this is like the best team in the nation. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I think it was like 3-1. I was like at 3-1. Like, this is silly. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you take this team to win? Because I just didn't feel outside of Ohio State, I didn't feel anybody had anything to get in front of them. I mean, the way they beat Bama was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still in all, I mean, they are the team to beat. I forget what the other teams, but there's only been so many teams that have went I think 16-0 they would be? Or is it 15-0?
15, I think, or it could be 16. I can look at it.
15-0 or 16-0. I think there's only a handful of teams, but I mean, Miami looked good last game.
They did.
They had a tough fight. Great play by Beck there at the end. I don't remember if that was 4th down or 3rd down. He ran it in for a couple of touchdowns, but against
it'll be 16.
Ole Miss, who gave a great fight in that game, but this ain't Ole Miss. The whole different game. This ain't nothing like Ole Miss. So you let me know, man, how you see this game, how you is it more of the same, and are we watching one of the greatest teams in college football history in the Indiana Hoosiers?
Yeah, Indiana's tough, man. They got great defense. They got a great offense. They're like a machine. Miami's at home. They got a championship game at home. You can't ask for anything better than that to be at home at Hard Rock.
That's true.
It's going to be a massive amount of Miami fans. There's always been a lot of following with Miami, especially with the history from Miami and all those players coming back. There's going to be a lot of excitement. This is the thing about Indiana is that this is, although it's new to them, but I feel like they've been here. Like they play like they've been here before. The way they operate business, the way Coach Signetti has these guys prepared. But Miami has a really, really strong defense. They'll be able to probably give Mendoza some trouble. I don't know what their game plan is that they want to stop the run or get after Mendoza, but I think they will be prepared. I think the game's going to be a little closer than we think. And then you have Carson Beck, that's an experienced quarterback that's been around a long time, has played championship football for Georgia, went far. So he has a lot of experience. He looked really strong coming down the stretch of this season. So I think Miami has a chance. I think the line is right where it needs to be at 7.5. Most likely, Indiana's going to take this game. 8.5. It's 8.5 now. Okay. Most likely, Indiana's going to take this and run with it. I'm assuming, but listen, the home field advantage, championship game, experience, great defense. I think that holds something, holds some weight. So I think they have a chance for sure.
Yeah, ain't no college football team this year can beat Indiana. I mean, that's what it looked like.
Well, that's
but it's kind of set. It is setting up for the Cinderella, upset, right? It's in Miami. Nobody expects Miami Hurricanes to win. The odds are pretty telling.
Yeah,
and
it's a true it's a true dog.
Would it be weird to see Miami get blown out here? Like, would that be weird to see in a national championship game?
No, not the way this Indiana team is. They blew everybody out.
Damn, my man.
They blown everybody out. They 48-10.
I mean, they put belts to ass to Bama. What was it, 55
something
crazy?
To Oregon too. They put belts to ass to Oregon too. But see, the difference with Oregon, they already seen Oregon. They haven't seen this Miami defense. And if this game is going to be more closer to the way they played Ohio State first, right? When they played Ohio State defense, I think in the Big Ten
but is that Ohio State defense as good as this?
Well, Miami put up how much they put up on Ohio State in the playoffs?
24.
So Ohio State's offense in the Big Ten. I'm just letting them say.
From Miami and 305.
There you go. Ohio State and Indiana, I think will be very similar to that game. I think it's going to be very similar to the Big Ten championship game.
305. Let's go.
There it is.
Yeah,
Miami put belts of ass on Ohio State. Indiana only. What do you mean? Did they really?
You talking about Miami or are you talking about Indy?
Indy won it in the last minute field goal, right? In the Big Ten championship, wasn't that what it was? Or
yeah.
Right, and then Miami beat the dog shot of Ohio State. 24-14. I think they was up on them like 17-0,
closer than it seemed, though.
I thought it was 17-0, or was it 17-7, 17-4? It was. They shut them out in the first half, 14-0.
I think it was 17-7 by the end of the third quarter.
17-7 by the end of the third quarter.
And then they scored at the beginning of the fourth quarter, so 14, and then it was nothing at that point.
Here we go.
That was a good ass game. I remember watching that game.
And then look at Indiana when they played Ohio State.
Yeah,
13-10. I think they're going to be very similar. That might be a good question
for you, bro. Where do you think Simpson's going to go since Moore went back to college?
That's a good question. I was surprised how Simpsons came out, but I guess it makes a better decision now, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be the top 3 quarterback selected for sure.
Yeah, that's a good question because we did the Dante Moore piece. Obviously, Mendoza will be your first quarterback. Who's going to be your second quarterback?
It could be Ty Simpson.
You think it could be Ty Simpson?
Let's take a look at it right now. Let's see.
Is Beck's got to come out, right? He's like 7 years senior.
Mm-hmm.
But Beck won't be a first round. I mean, if he wins, he will be.
So this is what they got right now.
Solidify himself for sure.
Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore, obviously he came back.
What's up, Chevy?
Then you have Ty Simpson, Drew Aller, Garrett Naismeyer. That's what they're looking at. Arch Manning potentially, but he's going back.
Arch is coming back.
Yeah, that's what I said. But so he's coming back. So
you said is Drew coming out?
Drew Aller?
Yeah, from Penn State.
Yeah, I think it's coming out.
Is he coming out?
I thought so.
He got hurt. Didn't he get hurt at the end? I feel like he's going back to Penn State.
Looking up quarterbacks now. Let's see.
There's probably somebody else that we're not thinking about that is probably coming out that might be okay. But I'm not sure there's any first rounders. There might be some second and third rounders. Who's
Ty Simpson? They got Ty Simpson being a number 2. So to answer your question, he's a number 2 quarterback off the board right now.
Wow. No, I think Chambliss is coming back to Ole Miss.
Yeah, Chambliss didn't get his 6th year.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't get it.
Mm.
Is he still fighting the appeal? I think I do remember.
I think they're fighting the appeal. So
yeah, I think because I think he gave them like, it was crazy. It was like over like hundreds of pages of documentation.
Yeah. Yep.
About when he got hurt that first year. But what I don't think he's going to get it, because I think he still had a red shirt year, because he had to sit out when he went from D2 to D1. Because I remember I had to do that. Like you do, like that's a year you sit out, and then you get your couple years, and then it's like the red shirt year and the medical red shirt year is kind of one and the same. So some guys think that they can get a medical red shirt and a red shirt, but you have to get hurt earlier enough in the season, like before a game, for that to even play.
Uh-huh.
So I remember that because I got hurt when I was in Connecticut, and I tried to use it as a medical red shirt, but then when I transferred, because I went to D1, when I transferred, I had to sit out the year, but I couldn't get that year back. Okay. But it's a little bit different now than when we played. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers not getting money. Like I wasn't getting no money.
Getting paid.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't getting no cash. I wish. You know what I mean? If we came out in this era, bruh, man, I don't think I'm $1 million guy, but I'd be a couple of hundred.
Well, I think with Dante Moore coming out, I think you have your top 3 would be those 3. It would be obviously Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson, and then you have Trinidad Chambliss. So yeah, and then you can kind of get to your second tier guys like a Carson Beck or those other guys.
Who you so we talked about Indy in this game. You talked about it's gonna be closer than you think. What's your score prediction on this one?
If I would go giving Miami respect, right? They have an electric offense, one of the best players in the country at the wide receiver, only a freshman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He gets after it when he gets to rock, very electric. And then giving their defense credit, able to disrupt their passer, good on the edges, cornerback, safeties are really good. Linebackers fly around. I'm going to say this is going to be a closer game, and we're going to look at 24. 24-20. I think a late touchdown wins the game. I think it's 2017 late touchdown wins 24-20. I think it's going to be tight. But I would not be surprised if it's what my man say 48-10 either. I wouldn't be surprised.
I was about to say, I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop this Indiana train. Shout out, 305 Retro King and other people who chimed in from Miami. But I don't think, unfortunately, I think Miami playing Bama, and if they had to see Oregon as well, I think those games would be closer than what Indiana displayed. And I just think Indiana is on a different level right now, and I think they will go down as one of the greatest college football teams that we've ever seen. Just the way they dominated the playoffs, and I think they will get their first national championship, and I think they will do it in Indiana Hoosiers fashions. So Michael Irvin gotta take this belt off on this one. I'll tell you what, if they win the national championship, Michael Irvin might get naked on the field.
He is a wild boy.
The way he be, like he really might get naked on
Michael Irvin is a wild boy. Let's look at one thing here.
Go ahead.
We talking about the teams they played, right?
They got like teams.
No, I'm just saying, like, that Oregon is just a bad matchup for them. They handle business, right? They played Oregon already, so they kind of knew what they were kind of getting with that. They were already prepared for that. So I'm kind of throwing that out, right? No, I don't think anybody thought Oregon was going to win that game at all.
Yeah.
So that 56-22 is not a surprise for me. The Alabama game is not a surprise for me too, because Alabama's defense isn't like that. So to me, that's a throwaway, really. I don't think Alabama's defense is. Let me look at Alabama's defense here.
38-3 is a throwaway game?
No, I'm saying, like, as far as their defense, like stopping Indiana. I'm just looking at their stats. I'm just looking at Alabama team stats.
That's crazy. In the playoffs, and you talking about throwaway games.
Ranked 13th against total yards, 37th against the rush, 9th against the pass. They were much solid this year. I felt like they let a lot of points up this year. Excuse me.
Yeah, put some respect on the Hoosiers. Hoosiers name.
I got respect on the Hoosiers. What you mean,
yeah.
Bro? Are you kidding me? I was last year with the Hoosiers. I'm the one that was the first one to talk about the Hoosiers.
Yeah,
and they went to they did their thing. But yeah, I just think that I'm gonna give Miami the opportunity to protect home field, being at home, having a good.
Yeah,
defense.
Home field is huge. Is huge in this scenario. And the weather could be a factor. The weather could definitely be a factor in this one.
And they got an extra couple days for them to kind of prepare for it too, defensive wise, as far as Miami. So if they don't come out ready to go, then it's going to be ugly. But if they play it, I think tight, like I think it's going to be like the Ohio State Big Ten championship when Ohio State played Indiana. I think Miami can kind of keep it close, and I think it'll be a close game. So I'm getting 24-20. I'm gonna fall on that one.
Yeah, I'll go 30-3.
Damn, you give Miami no chance.
Yeah, I don't think they got a shot in this game, unfortunately.
It's because Miami can't score. Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't. What is your? What is it?
I just think the Hoosiers are on a different path, and I think they're setting fire to everybody they face, and I think they've done that in the last two games, and I don't think this is going to be any different. I think that D line is going to get the back, and it's going to rattle back early and often, and Miami might move the ball a little bit here and there. They might even score first to kind of give some juice to the game, but the Hoosiers will settle down and do what Hoosiers do. You know what I mean? What the Indian Hoosiers do, and they've been doing it all year. I don't think this Miami team. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think those like opponents against Bama, against Oregon would be of closer games than Miami played those teams. I don't think they blow those teams out like Indiana did. So for that fact, matchup, obviously styles make good matchups, but I don't see a matchup advantage for Miami at all. Like, Tony is good, like you said, he's electric, he's a freshman. But if your quarterback's on your back, then it don't mean nothing. And I think this pass rush is going to get home.
So okay, let's have a question here. Miami, how do we feel about Texas A&M offensively?
Our quarterback is electric, right? But I don't know if they have the balance that Indy has.
I'm not comparing to Indy. I'm just asking a question. We already know how you feel about Indiana. You said it's going to be 30-3. This is telling me that you don't think Miami's going to be able to score. How did you feel about Ohio State?
I
mean, that is the light comparison. That is what it is. That's your comparison. That's the closest you're going to get. Not the Alabamas, not the Oregons. It's Ohio State. They both played Ohio State. They both played them recently. They recently both played Ohio State.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more closer to what I would say is respecting Miami a little bit more, because they shut them down. Just like Indiana did, right?
Mm-hmm.
They only scored 10 points against Indiana. They only scored 17 against or 14 against Miami. right? They only put up 13 points against Ohio State, and Miami put up 24. So, I mean, those are the light competitions in recent play within the last 4 weeks. I think Miami shutting down Texas A&M offense, where we know how explosive they can be, was really good. Held them to 3 points. They held Ohio State to 14 points. And then Ole Miss's offense, and they were going back and forth. And really, that was more kind of late in the fourth quarter where they got them points and kind of made it a real good game. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I know you love Indiana. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm taking Miami because I'm not. Actually, I got a homie that's a Miami fan, and I can't stand his ass. So I'm not rooting for Miami.
Yeah, I'll probably hedge my bet just to
hedge it. Oh, okay.
No, I probably won't. Actually.
You don't believe. I was say you talk about 30-3, and then you gonna say you hedging your bet.
I'll probably let it ride.
Don't let me scare you off that, man. Go ahead, man.
No, you good. You good. Speaking of, kind of scared off, we got something wrong in Philadelphia.
What's wrong with Philly?
And it's kind of rare we get something wrong about the Eagles in Philadelphia. I mean, we might have our opinions, and we differ on opinions. We definitely differ in our opinion lately. We've been in chat blowing it up with, our opinions on Hurts, the offense, et cetera, what the Eagles should do after their embarrassing loss to the 49ers. But the word on the street is that Kevin Patullo got fired.
That's not a word on the street. That is a fact.
But did he actually get fired?
He didn't get fired?
What I'm hearing from sources, as they say, out here in this reporting world, is that Kevin Patullo is still an employee of the Philadelphia Eagles. He did not get fired.
As an
he actually got demoted.
Okay, he got demoted.
He's no longer the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
But they actually want to keep him around because they actually like Kevin Patullo, and he was part of winning success here.
Come on now, he's the homie.
Hey,
he's the homie.
That's Nick's homie. What I'm hearing and what has been reported.
That's Nick's homie. We know that's Nick's homie. And good for Nick to keep his homie around.
He has not got fired. What it is. So we got it wrong. Everybody got it wrong. Everybody was running outside, banging pots and pans, excited that Kevin Patullo has been fired, and there's going to be a new OC again for the Philadelphia Eagles. Actually incorrect. It's not actually true from my understanding. He is still employed by the Philadelphia Eagles. He just got demoted. He's no longer the offensive coordinator.
That's not our fault. It was reported that way.
I mean, you said this before, right? You said this before. The reason why I said it, I thought it was a funny story because, we got to learn about all the facts first. And everybody jumped the gun on this one.
Who's everybody?
What do you mean? It was widely reported that he got fired.
So that's not a us thing. It was reported. It was news. Adam Scheffler reported it. It was news.
Shefty got it wrong.
Right, then that's fine. Then Shefty got it wrong. I didn't get it wrong. I'm just going off what the report was. Those are the facts. That's what the fact that was told. Now, you're even that thing you got on here says Kevin Patullo fired as offensive coordinator.
That's why I put it up here.
That's true. That's fact.
CBS. This is CBS News too.
That's a fact. Kevin Patullo fired as offensive coordinator. That's a fact. Is he the offensive coordinator anymore?
He got demoted.
That's a firing from the position.
That's a firing.
That's a firing from the position. If he wants to go ahead, listen. What did I say he should be doing? I said this, I think, on the last pod. He can go down there and be the equipment manager right now. That is what it is. He still be fired as the offensive coordinator. I think that they will be coming in with obviously with a new offensive coordinator, and then we'll start this thing over again. Hopefully with somebody. And I'm hoping for somebody like Mike McDaniels because I think his head coaching future is very, very bleak. And I think that he will be able to be here for a little bit to kind of establish his system or whatever he's going to be doing. So Kevin and Nick are homies, and I'm happy Nick is keeping them around. Probably keep them on the payroll. That's what's up.
I want to sign Greg Roman so we can run the ball. I mean, I've thought about this for a little bit. And honestly, I don't know if I have an answer of what the Eagles should do. I honestly, I really don't, because in my head, last year it obviously worked perfectly. You had the greatest running back season ever in Saquon Barkley, and that helped you and fueled you to get to a Super Bowl. What people forget, when we talk about the passing game, Jalen Hurts actually passed less last year than he did this year, even though he had more attempts this year. So from a passing game, it was actually worse last year. And that was because not only did Saquon have the year that he had, but Jalen was also running the ball the way that he was. Now that's changed, right? Because Jalen has said that he doesn't want to run the ball as much. You can see it when he does run. He is very protective and gets himself down and gets himself out of harm's way really quickly. So I think we talked about this in the chat, and I think people are kind of coming around to this. But when you think about the Philadelphia Eagles, there's a winning culture here that I think Nick Sirianni has developed. The problem is there's no identity. Like, there's a winning culture, but no identity. Like, when you think of the Philadelphia Eagles, what do you think of? I don't know.
Winners.
Yeah, but is that an identity? They just lost. I mean,
Well,
I'm not sure if
winners.
So here's an example when I mean by identity. When you go play Pittsburgh, you get in Pittsburgh type football.
What's
Right?
that mean?
Hard nose, hard hitting, cold, running the ball in your face. It's kind of same with the Baltimore Ravens. Trying to think who else has a kind of an identity that that is typical with them. Kind of, I think Campbell has done a good job of making the Lions kind of like in your face. We're going for it, fourth down. We don't take no shit. If it's 4th and 10, we're still going for it. All gas, no brakes. It's kind of Detroit Lions. I think you can kind of say similar that with, the Rams, all gas, no brakes, a little bit in that sense. And always known in Philadelphia because we're a blue chipper type city. Well, I'm sorry, blue collar like city. That defense has always led this kind of unit. And now we've switched, right? This offense is built to throw the ball, right? The way they have their skill positions or where they've had their skill positions, which I think will change next year, obviously big time, it's to throw the ball. We found out last year that our biggest strength was running the ball, which includes the quarterback, because he's had double-digit running touchdowns over his career multiple times. So, again, we have a culture of winning established, but I just don't know from an identity standpoint, what are the Philadelphia Eagles? Defensively, I think they've created that, a young ball-hawking defense, but offensively, we don't have any identity at all. We say we can run we say we're a running team. We try to run the ball this year, and obviously with no continuity on the offensive line too much and injuries and things like that, and just mileage of terms of football that's been played, I think that's tough to say that we're a running team because we tried to pass and we weren't successful. It's kind of similar to last year. Remember, we started last year passing the ball. And then that Lane Johnson thing, like, hey, we need to run the ball. And then as soon as they started going full run, they went on a run. They were winning games last year passing the ball, but it didn't look right. And I think that's similar to what we saw this year. So again, I ask you, I agree, winning culture here. But what is this Eagles offense identity? Is it running the ball? Is it passing? Is it Jalen Hurts? Like, what is the offense identity of the Philadelphia Eagles? I don't think we have an answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know. What was it last year?
Running the ball.
And what was it the year before?
Good question. Don't know.
So I think one thing about the Eagles is that they're chameleons. They do what I think, and with having a leader like Jalen Hurts, is that he tries to do what he can do to win football games, regardless. I think when you come into the Philadelphia Eagles stadium, you know that you're going to get a tough game. right? You hope somebody's off, whether it be Saquon, whether it be Jalen, whether it be AJ, whether it be Devontae. You're not coming in, walking into Philadelphia or playing Philadelphia thinking it's going to be a cakewalk. All we got to do is this.
Yeah, we're
So
not an easy out for sure.
Right. So it doesn't, for me, it doesn't matter what kind of identity we have. I think every year might be different. I think this year we were still trying to figure it out. There's also a lot on our offensive line, obviously new offensive coordinator. Obviously, Jalen may have not been playing the best he can play. AJ Brown starts to bullshit in week 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have constant media attacks week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's been constant turmoil after a Super Bowl winning team, Super Bowl MVP just 11 months ago. And as fans like us and others and media like us and others in Philadelphia should be shameful. They really should be on just the press and the criticism that we put on this team. And it's sad because we never really gave him an opportunity to figure it out. And that started with the inside, so I blame it on AJ because you let it out to the masses. You let it on out. And so everybody was sharks trying to get a piece. Oh, this team that's supposed to be going back to a championship, and this is supposed to be the next, greatest organization that's going to be going back and win champion. That started with AJ. And then everybody wanted a piece of that. And it tore us down. And then we didn't have no identity. And then Kevin Patullo gets exposed. And now we're talking about Jalen Hurts. And then we come to the biggest moments and the biggest plays. That man that opened those cans of worms didn't show up. He should have kept his mouth shut and let us figure this out behind the scenes. I will say that we are a defensive-led football team this year because that's who saved our asses many a times this year. Because our offense couldn't score no more than 15 to 19 points a game. And that, sometimes it did it, but it did it because of defense. We were a defensive-led football team this year. We had the worst third down percentages in the NFL. We were one of the worst offenses in the NFL. So the identity of the team would have been a defensive-led team with great young pieces, great young stars that hopefully we will be able to keep around here for a long time, and a great defensive-minded head coach that can take the pieces he has and put them in the best position. Like the idea that you took a young guy, was it Campbell, that was balling, put him, he ended up getting damn near no snaps sometimes because you felt like Dean was going to be a better impact for your team at the moment. Like, that is putting players in the best position no matter what anybody feels about. He didn't care about Jahad Campbell's feelings, did he? But see, on the offensive side of the ball, we got to worry about AJ getting the rock. We got to worry about his feelings and reading books on the sidelines. And then when he gets his carries, he gets his 1,000 yards, he quiet. And we losing, and we lost. That's the difference of a great coordinator and a coordinator just kind of going around and saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And this is where we are offensively.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's unfair to kind of try to compare Patullo to Vic, right? Vic has been coaching for 40 years. So I think that's unfair for somebody who just stepped in the position for the first time and trying to kind of figure out, obviously the art of calling plays and being the OC. So I don't know if I'm on the board with that comparison. Like, we compare these guys, we compare him to greats.
I don't want to
right?
compare.
The people who are masterminds. And it's just like,
yeah.
It goes to the thing, like, even when you talk to recreational fan, obviously not calling you one, but when we talk to rec fans and just normal, just fans, oh, we need this, we need that. Like, the machine works when all the parts work together. And that does not mean that every part is some shiny new part. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't always get an all-star. When you're a winning culture, you don't get an all-star coordinator every year. Those guys move on to head coaching jobs, which we have seen across the cycle of the times that we've been winning. So that's why the door is revolving, because we're winning, and they don't stay in-house. It just doesn't happen. Now, there's some outliers to that, right? Josh McDaniels in New England. Eric Bieniemy in Kansas City, right? But they also have quarterbacks who are arguably 1 and 2 of the best quarterbacks that ever played. Jalen ain't in that conversation. So is this a different dynamic? I think with that, when we talk about comparing, and we're comparing newbie fresh blood in the water to like an old great. And I think that's what I hear when you talk about Kevin Patullo and Vic Fangio. Like Vic Fangio has been coaching for 40 years. He's tried and true. He's proven. He gets that respect.
Let me clarify that. I was not comparing. Obviously, I'm not comparing Vic Fangio to Kevin Patullo. I'm talking about the coordinator position, whether it's Kevin Patullo or Brent Davis. I'm talking about how you handle decisions and putting your players in position.
Who's Brent Davis?
I'm just a random person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the signs of a strong. Yes, he has the experience. Those are signs of strong leadership and leadership ability at the coordinator position. Kevin Patullo wasn't by himself. Nick Sirianni has a lot of that responsibility too. He's the one that's okay in everything. This is a Nick Sirianni, like everybody says, offense, right? This been Nick's, and then I think we just got word that Devontae said the system hasn't really changed, or X, Y, and Z hasn't really changed. Although we had 4 different offensive coordinators in here, so this is a Nick thing, right? This is a Nick's offense.
I can get on board with that thought. That
right.
this
and Kevin is his boy. So
yeah, I would blame Nick for the Kevin hire because he wasn't. He like I can get on board with that it's a Nick problem because Nick made the hire for Kevin in the window that we have in terms of what we feel as fans is our best window that we've ever had in franchise history of winning championships.
You hired a man that never called plays to be a pay clause. That's negligent, and we've seen that outcome. We've seen it. We've seen the outcome.
But when you win the Super Bowl, bro, and you playing into February, you know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, January, early January. No, February. I'm sorry. In February, there ain't nobody out there to grab.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's no grab. There's no OCs to grab.
Unfortunately, the head
that's
coach.
That's the culture.
Unfortunately, the head coach was supposed to be a play caller. He was an offensive coordinator. And
we found out in year one that
he can't do it.
He can't do both.
He found out quick, didn't he?
Yeah.
We did.
So I put him in a category. I'm not saying that he's in the category in terms of the greatness, but of the great Mike Tomlin, who's a CEO type coach, John Harbaugh, who's a great CEO coach. I put him in that category of where he stays. He needs great coaching around him to be successful. Is really what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the success of the Eagles, it's hard to do that because we're playing into late January into February. This is a rarity of what we've seen of how many offensive coordinators possibly and head coaches are out there to be. And I think they will grab a significant one. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I think a lot of people, including yourself, is a fan of Mike McDaniels, who probably has his own offensive system. So that would be interesting. And then Brian, I always say his name wrong. Dabo, who has ties, obviously, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and Devontae Smith, back from Bama in his Giant days as being an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So it'd be really interesting how this kind of plays out. Obviously, from Philadelphia and Eagles fans everywhere in Eagles Nation, we will be watching how this plays out because obviously we feel really, really, disappointed in the way this season ended and losing to Brock Purdy and some backups, and backups of backups in that wild card game, especially at home. It'd be different if it was away. We went across, the pond and we lost in San Fran or something like that. That shit was in the link. And I know some people was at the game and it was horrible. It was horrible. Nobody played well. Everybody played like shit. And, kind of this is what you get. And for those who are you still on the trade AJ bus or you came off the bus?
Me?
Yeah, yes.
Do I want AJ going? Yeah, for sure. Okay. I mean, I'm like, okay. If he doesn't want to be, if AJ doesn't want to be here and he's acting the way he's acting, doesn't want to be here, then I don't want him.
I'm not saying, regardless of what he feels and what he's doing. Are you on an AJ trade bus?
My position is this, and I want to be very clear. If AJ is unhappy here in Philadelphia, which it seems like it is, bye. It's very simple. If he's going to come here and play and be happy where he's going to play because we got a new offensive coordinator going to come in. Hopefully, he might like Mike McDaniels. I don't know. Whoever's going to come in to help him out, he'll have to analyze that and how he's going to have how he's going to behave. If he's behaving the same way he's behaved this year and prior years, that he doesn't want to be here, I'm okay with him going. Thank you for your services. You are a champion. Thank you for bringing a championship here to Philadelphia. We're looking to continue to build and bring more championships, and we cannot do that with your.
So let me ask you this: I feel like AJ's going to be AJ, and if AJ's going to be AJ, and do the antics that we have seen before, again, are you done with AJ?
Absolutely not. If he's going to bring what he brought this year, no. Yeah. Bye.
You're done. You're bye.
Sure. Go. Bye.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
100%.
Just make sure.
If he's going to be the AJ that's excited to come and play with his supposed to be homie and turn the thing around, cool, for sure. Let's bring it. But not the drama.
Yeah. I think side bitch nation got them too.
I think so too. I don't know what happened, but something happened.
Yeah, money or a woman, one of the two. That's the only way bros get messed up. What is another thing, to a point where we got to say bye, but bye in a good way. Ranger is out of here, man. Our guy Ranger Suarez signed a deal, 5-year deal. Joker got paid and paid well. 5 years, $130 million to go play for the Boston Red Sox. Which kind of is, we kind of knew this was going to happen with the Phils. I think it was kind of a hard deal to bring him back. We have to bring up Painter.
Yep.
I just he's been down in the farm system. Like these guys that have been in the farm system that are ready to play. We need to infuse this roster with the youth that we have, and still kind of bring in stars. I know Bo Bichette is out there. I know there's mutual interest and stuff like that. But just giving you guys, even though Ranger kind of got hurt every once in a while from a regular season standpoint, he was still electric in the playoffs. He played 11 games, 4-1, 1 save, 42 innings pitched, 44 Ks, 1.48 ERA in postseason play. Shout out to Ranger Suarez for always being super just cool in the moment.
Yeah,
never razzle, never kind of phased them. I've seen him live multiple times at Citizens Bank Park, and I think he'll be missed. He started every year, kind of these last 2 years, kind of hot. I think last year, he almost started. What was it, last year or 2 years ago? He started like 10-0 or something crazy like that.
2 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 years ago, something crazy like that. And then you can always count on him in the playoffs. But I think the new rotation will be Wheeler, Hamels,
probably Luzardo, right?
I'm not Hamels.
Luzardo.
Well, they got to still re-sign him, right?
No, I think Luzardo's here.
Or is he here for another year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see. Is it Hamels? No, Nola. I'm thinking Nola. I'm sorry.
No, but
Zach Miller.
Because Cole Hamels is damn near retired.
Actually, you know what? No. It'll be Wheeler. It'll be I forgot about Sanchez. It'll be Wheeler, Sanchez, who had a great year last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nola. Those are your three. Maybe Kirkland might be 4. I know they got that guy, Brad Keller. And I mean, there's no way that Andrew Painter is not in the starting rotation. I just don't see it. He'll be 4 for 5, and hopefully, he'll be your maybe 3-4 with Nola kind of mixing and matching.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they got relievers and stuff like that. Tajon Walker's still on here. Alvarado is still here. Obviously, we got Doran for I think another year or two. So I think Suarez is big hurt piece, but as long as Luzardo's here, I mean their top three is strong.
Yeah, I thought we resigned him. I know he's on a 1 year. I thought we resigned him, but maybe not. I gotta look it up. But you got the top
I
three.
don't think they resigned him yet. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean they're gonna need it because he's a lefty, if I'm not mistaken. You just lost a big time lefty. So
yeah. And like I said, we couldn't pay Rangers that money that he's looking for. And he's a really
big
good
deal
player,
right there. 5 year, $130 million.
Yeah, absolutely. He deserves it.
Solid.
Great player. I love his attitude. He's swagger with him. He's going to bring a lot to that organization, the Red Sox, that they've been looking for. So, I hate to see him go. If he's going to go anywhere, I'd rather at least I don't have to see him. You know what I mean? He's in the American League now. So
True.
You know what I mean?
True. So we're getting close to the end of the show, and those who are still watching, thank you for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, all that good stuff. Love the comments coming in. I have one kind of bonus thing that I saw late. I'm not sure if you are familiar. I know you're a movie guy. Not sure if you're a show guy. And then obviously leaning on some of my gamer when I was kind of a youngin. But it was my favorite game ever. And God of War. Ryan Hurst is his name, is cast as Kratos from God of War for PlayStation, for those who are big into the gaming community and things like that. If you don't know who Ryan Hurst is, I implore you to go see Sons of Anarchy. It is amazing.
First show.
It is amazing show.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Sons of Anarchy, one of my favorite, probably all-time shows. We probably should do a show like that. I know we did black fictional athletes, but we should probably do a top 10 greatest shows.
Yeah, we can do
what I mean? Like Sons, Breaking Bad.
Don't do it now. What you doing? You doing it right now? You gotta save
it's kind of when you rank them. I'm just thinking what's coming off the top of my head. That's all.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Ones that I know people know, from popular, but actually, I don't know if I really like this one. I don't know if he don't fit it. Have you ever seen the guy who voices Kratos?
No, I didn't play that game. No.
Oh, you didn't play that? You didn't play God of War? Let me show you. Let me show you the boy who actually voices Kratos. It's kind of crazy. What the fuck is that? Oh. That was weird. Look at this, John, yo. Look at this. You gonna be like, yo, how is he not playing Kratos? This is what you're gonna tell yourself. Here we go. That's a good picture. Have you ever played God of War?
No. Nope.
Damn, you ain't never played God of War? Let's go back to old school. This is I want to say the original one was PlayStation 3, I think.
No, I never played it. I will say in Sons, he had one of the saddest
oh yeah, his
exits out of the game.
Deaths. It was crazy.
I was hurt. I was hurt, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, no,
yeah.
They did him dirty.
That's the voice of Kratos.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually look just like you.
He looked like Kratos, you think?
I mean, he's got a beard now.
He has a beard now?
Yeah. But I mean, he don't look. This don't match. This match a little bit better than this.
Well, you don't have a beard. If you had a beard, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the game though, so I'm
damn, you don't know. I ain't think. Damn, I thought you would have knew what God of War was.
Mm-hmm. I like Assassin's Creed.
You still got a PlayStation
like
or anything?
I do. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't play as much as I used to, but
yeah, I don't play at all.
Yep.
You got PlayStation.
I know
5?
there's a couple games that are really good right now going on. So thinking about it, but go ahead. Say again.
I said you got. Is it the 5?
It's the 5. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I thought that was funny. I saw that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I'll never
That's
never
crazy.
God of War.
Yo, God of War is crazy. I can't believe you never played it. You gotta get the original. Was this? I mean, if you like that, let me put this. If you like that slash and hack and kind of games that you can get like, 75 or 100 hit combos and stuff like that, and fighting games and stuff like that, you'll like it. If you're not into that too much, kind of with the storyline backed and you're more into sports games, then you probably won't, you probably won't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like, were you a Street Fighter fan? Did you play Street Fighter?
Yeah, I play Street Fighter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, now you talking about way back Nintendo down there, Genesis. You out there bringing it way back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, but I don't know if it carried on because I kind of fell out. I stopped playing Street Fighter more.
No, I don't play Street Fighter no more yet. When I was young like that, I like more games like more open map games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the RPG joints.
Yeah, I like those type of games. There's a few that's out right now.
Yeah, I haven't played in forever. My son played my joint. So
what's he playing?
What's
he playing?
What's he playing? Like he's young boy, so he into Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of what his boys playing. Whatever they play, he'll jump right on and play what they want to play. So, you know what I mean?
Shoot, remember we used to have to go to each other's house to play back in the it's a long
right. Yeah,
just hop on the game. I meet you on the game. You'll be on the
game. Yeah, you knew who had the Super Nintendo and stuff. You know what I mean?
You had to ask Mom, can you drop me off?
Can he come on and play some games? For sure.
Yeah, these kids got it good.
They got it easy. I was just telling them that. I'm like, you don't even know how good you got it, bro. You spoiled. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining. It is finally midnight. I think it's about time to shut it down. I'm Moss Money. That's BHumble. This is MoneyPot Nights. We will see you guys next week for another show on the late night show. See you guys later.